Hi there. We are on day 98 of our Through the New Testament in 1 year. And today we are going to finish up Luke chapter 9. And it won't take a long time. So, let's do this. Jesus heals a boy with an unclean spirit. Now, yesterday we were right after the Transfiguration. Okay. That was an important event. Yesterday was important events. Okay. After the Transfiguration, on the next day, when they had come down from the mountain, a great crowd met them, and behold, a man from the crowd cried out, "Teacher, I beg you to look at my son, for he is my only child." And behold, a spirit seizes him, and he suddenly cries out. It convulses him so that he foams at the mouth and shatters him, and will hardly leave him. And I begged your disciples to cast it out, but they could not. Jesus answered, "O faithless and twisted generation, how long am I to be with you and bear with you? Bring your son here." While he was coming, the demon threw him to the ground and convulsed him, but Jesus rebuked the unclean spirit and healed the boy and gave him back to his father. And all were astonished at the majesty of God. Right. But while they were all marveling at everything he was doing, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let these words sink into your ears. The Son of Man is about to be delivered into the hands of men." But they did not understand this saying, and it was concealed from them so they might not perceive it. And they were afraid to ask him about this saying. Right? He was warning them, but they were purposely not meant to understand it. Who's the greatest? An argument arose among them as to which of them was the greatest. But Jesus, knowing the reasoning in their hearts, took a child and put him by his side. Remember, there was always many, many hundreds of people around him, right? And said to them, "Whoever receives this child in my name receives me, and whoever receives me receives him who sent me. For he who is least among you is the one who is great." Right? The least among you. John answered, "Master, we saw someone casting out demons in your name and tried to stop him because he does not follow us with us." But Jesus said, "Do not stop him, for the one who is not against you is for you." Right? That doesn't mean Jesus knows them, right? He said later on that, "Depart from me, I don't even know you." Right? But not all. Right? A Samaritan village rejects Jesus. When the days drew near for him to be taken up, he set his face to go to Jerusalem, and he sent messengers ahead of him, who went and entered the village of the Samaritans to make preparations for him, but the people did not receive him, because his face was set towards Jerusalem. And when his disciples, James and John, saw it, they said, "Lord, do you want us to tell fire to come down from heaven and consume them?" Wow. But he turned and rebuked them, and they went on to another village. Now the Samaritans were very, very looked down upon by the Israelites, the Jewish. They didn't like Samaritans. They were good for nothing, less than dogs, right? The cost of following Jesus. As they were going along the road, someone said to him, "I will follow you wherever you go." And Jesus said to him, "Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head." Right. To another he said, "Follow me." But he said, "Lord, let me first go bury my father." And Jesus said to him, "Leave the dead to bury their own dead, but as for you, go and proclaim the kingdom of God." Yet another said, "I will follow you, Lord, but let me first say farewell to those at my home." Jesus said to him, "No one puts his hand to the plow and looks back is fit for the kingdom of God." Right? The plow being the works of God, right? Can't look back. So there you go. That's the rest of 9, right? And there's lots of really, I've heard many sermons done on each one of these topics, okay? Who is the greatest? Anyone not against us is for us, right? Samaritans. The Samaritans rejected him because he was on his way to Jerusalem. Okay, if he had been on his way to the Samaritan village, they probably would have felt different. But they were, "You hate us, okay? You hate us. You're only passing through." Right? And the cost of following Jesus. What's this? 55. Now, this 55, it says here, but he turned and rebuked them. Some manuscripts said, you do not know what manner of spirit you are, for the Son of Man came not to destroy people's lives, but to save them. Yeah. No, this the cost of following Jesus, okay? Are you willing to turn everything away to follow Jesus? Doesn't mean go back to your old life, right? Not even look back, okay? Don't look back on what has been. Don't look back on your old life, okay? Lot's wife looked back on her old life. It was turned into a pillar of salt, okay? Don't look back, right? If you follow Jesus, don't look back. That's important. So, there you go. That's the rest of chapter 9. Pretty cool, huh? So, and tomorrow we'll start 10, which is Jesus sends out 72 this time, right? Woe to unrepentant cities, the return of the 72. He sent them out and they came back with great joy. Right? He thought there was 12 disciples. He sent out 72 people. And remember, when they had to choose for somebody to replace Judas, right? They had 125 people to choose from. And the criteria was they had to have been with Jesus every day since he was baptized. So, there was at least 125 with him every day since he was baptized. So there you go. That's day 98. We'll just keep doing this. These are nice short studies. So we'll do the whole New Testament in a year. So catch up on any you may have missed. And tomorrow we'll do it again. See ya.